Hello everyone, welcome to the talk today. We're looking at why everybody needs omega-3. As an independent business partner with EQology, part of my role is to basically help people see the role that omega-3 plays in our everyday health, in reducing inflammation and promoting a healthy environment across a number of systems that the body is going to benefit from. Okay, so we'll just go through each of the slides. Here we go. So first of all, why is omega-3 important? So you can see there from the slide, it mentions it is essential for maintaining good health. We can't produce our own within the body, so we have to actually take in any omega-3 that we need within our bodies, within our systems. Okay. There's over 40,000 studies that have been conducted. I think it's in the top 3 nutritional foodstuffs that is researched. So there's a whole raft of evidence, if you like, that's available for people to have a look at if that's the way you're wired. To actually see why this is such a beneficial supplement to take. And I'm saying supplement. That could be actually through natural food sources, which is ideally what we would be doing anyway. Or as in most cases, we may need to supplement that because we're just not getting enough for the body to operate optimally. And in terms of the EFSA, EPA and DHA, which are 2 of the constituent fatty acids, if you like, within omega-3, within fish oils, have shown that these in particular have a variety of health benefits. So the reason why it's so important is because it affects so many systems within the body. So you can see there in terms of we're identifying the products, if you like, or the constituents that are available within EQology's Pure Arctic oil, which is one of the main oil supplements that they produce. So by having a good source of EPA and a good clean source of EPA, which is it's vital for me to mention, by the way, we can notice that it supports our heart and cardiovascular health. It supports brain function, cognitive function. So we know that the nervous system is impacted favorably by supplementing with omega-3. Okay. And that's kind of a swimming against the tide, if you pardon the pun, of a lot of the information or the rhetoric that comes out about eating fats and we're promoted low fat diets and so on, but without actually digging into the whys and what fors. Vitamin D is also important, and it's one of the things I always promote as a synergistic supporter. Supports strong immune system, healthy muscles and bones. So again, you can see that we're actually impacting a range of systems by supplementing with omega-3 and certainly an omega-3 that's fortified, what we call a combined supplement. Vitamin A, essential for normal immune system function and for healthy vision. So we know, again, we're starting to look at this composite picture, if you like, of ourselves as a whole interaction of systems, rather than just thinking about what one system can we impact. Lutein, carotenoid, antioxidant properties, again, shown in studies to benefit eye health and brain function. And one of the things that the omega-3 fish oil from EQology's range, certainly, with the Pure Arctic oil, is combined with cold pressed extra virgin olive oil. Okay, again, those people who maybe take olive oil or use in your salads and so on, not for cooking, especially the extra virgin stuff. From a heating perspective, we know that it alters the structure. Rich in polyphenols. So again, we've got antioxidant effects. Okay. And again, olive oil, something which is widely accepted as being a beneficial oil, a healthy oil if you like, especially if it's cold pressed and is extra virgin. So again, we're almost taking it straight from the olive itself to a derivative of that. So why do omega-3 levels matter? Okay, we've already established on that previous slide the number of bodily systems that are impacted by omega-3 in a positive way. Okay, and what EQology offers is a system. Okay, and that system, as you can see here, is based upon testing to actually find out what your levels are currently, and then what your levels are going to be once you've actually been taking the omega-3, the pure Arctic oil, for a period of time. Because we know that the body needs time to adapt. And oftentimes in modern society, we're always looking for a quick fix. You know, people will go to the gym wanting to lose weight overnight that maybe they've taken a while to put on, or alter the body shape immediately. We're in the advent of certain things like weight loss injections and so on. And all that is based upon immediacy of result. But actually what we've got to respect is that the body needs time to adapt. Okay, the body works and will adapt if we're given it the right environment to do so. But it should all be based upon information. It should be based upon the facts of what are our levels currently. And then if they're not at that optimal level, if they're not at that healthy level, if you like, then how much can we impact them by actually introducing healthy practices within our nutrition. So why is it important? Again, 9 out of 10 people, so 90% of the European population, which is kind of what this figure is based upon, are deficient in omega-3. 90%. And if you think about it, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Because we've probably reduced the amount of fish that we've eaten. And part of that is because of availability of stocks of fish when historically it's been overfished. Part of it is because of pollution within the seas now, and we know that that some fish in certain areas are kind of exposed to that. But that's a staggering amount, yeah. Okay, and that's from data collected across a range of years, so it's not just a snippet, not just a snapshot. So it says there 2015 to 2024. Okay, so that's a wide-ranging data collection, if you like. So what EQology have produced is a series of omega-3 oils, which are designed to benefit our systems, designed to benefit, as we saw, the muscular system, skeletal system, the brain and nervous system, vision, okay, boost the immune system. You know, so we're looking at a holistic improvement, if you like, and one of the main effects we talk about is having this anti-inflammatory effect. Most of us live our lives in an inflamed state within, you know, and it shows up in a variety of ways: skin conditions, aching joints, brain fog, constantly tired or lethargy, you know. And often all of these things we overlook or we don't connect the dots. Okay. So we need to make sure that we're actually taking in something that we know is actually going to have a positive effect on that level of inflammation. As it says there, so over 550,000 customers already taken these products. We start off with a pure Arctic oil gold, so that's like a purer version of the fish oil, if you like, called the Norwegian brain formula. So it has a higher concentration of omega-3. The next one along, which is the more popular one, is the pure Arctic oil. Comes in lemon and orange flavors, as you can see there from the diagram. Next to that, we've got pure Arctic oil for kids, because again, if we think about children growing and developing, are we giving them the optimum nutrition that allows that to happen? Okay, so that's the idea behind providing that pure Arctic oil for kids there. And then we've got the pure vegan oil. So this is actually made rather than from the fish itself, as you'd expect. It's made from the algae that the fish would normally eat. Okay, so again, if you think about the food chain, it still has the cold pressed extra virgin olive oil and so on, but we're actually taking the nutritional elements, if you like, from the algae, which is going to have a positive effect in that sense as an alternative to the fish. And then right at the end, we've got the pure Arctic oil, which is a flavorless variety. It's a more recent addition to the family. So with that one, it's not flavored in lemon or orange. It's just the oil that you'd be taking. So again, if that's not something that necessarily bothers you, then that could be a good alternative. Again, this slide kind of gives you a little bit of a summary of the oil itself. You can see they're 100% natural, sustainable, and fully traceable. And for me, that was a key element. Okay, so on each bottle, there's a little QR code, and you can scan that in, and it shows you where the boat was that actually caught the fish. So what parts of the Arctic seas the boat was in when the fish was caught. So fully traceable in that sense. Sustainable. So the fishermen have to subscribe to the marine society and fish quotas and so on. They're not allowed to overfish. So there's a sustainable, ethical approach there to the production of the oil, if you like. As it says there, it's added with cold pressed extra virgin olive oil and vitamin D3, rosemary, vitamin E for antioxidants. We've got the polyphenols, as mentioned. It's been awarded Superior Taste Awards 7 years in a row. And again, because I've been taking it now for best part of 2 years, 2.5 years, and I take it every day. Every morning, it's the first thing I do. I have my bulletproof coffee, and I'll have my pure Arctic oil in my bulletproof coffee. And as we mentioned before, there's documented effect. Yeah, over 40,000 studies, but also the testing evidence that comes out of the blood tests. And this is what people are basically signing up to, is a 6-month health concept. So it's not just about taking a supplement for taking a supplement's sake. Okay. By going through this process, you're actually seeing the effects of taking that supplement rather than just leaving it to guesswork. So in month 1, people will receive a double dose, like a load-in dose, if you like, of the pure Arctic oil, and also will take the first blood test. So that's the finger prick blood test that you would do before you start taking the oil. So that gives you a baseline measure. You'll then take through the 6-month concept. In month 5, you'll be sent another blood test pack. You take another reading, and then that gives you a direct comparison. So you can actually see how your system, how your physiology has responded to taking the oil. Okay, rather than assuming that there's a blanket approach, which a lot of sort of supplement companies will claim that everybody will be affected the same. You can actually see how you are impacted. And just to kind of add on to that, talking back to the previous one with evidence, I've never had a customer yet, I've never had an individual yet that's taken the oil that's ended up with either a similar score or a worse off score. Okay. And by I say a worse off score, I mean, no improvement has been shown. Every single time I've seen an improvement in somebody's omega-3 blood levels. Okay. There are some QR codes there. If you do want to scan these, it gives you sort of access to various videos that show you the oil, doing the test, completing the test, K2D3, and a little bit about marine collagen. Again, they tend to be the main supplements that I take, and I also recommend that other people take for various reasons. And we can have discussions around that if that's something that you were interested in. Okay, so have some tests with me. So if anybody is particularly interested in signing up for the 6-month health concept today, come and have a word with me afterwards. If not, the QR codes are there. That'll take you directly to the website. I've also provided you with a link which will take you through my partner page. Again, have a look around, have a look at the articles that are there, have a look at the videos that are there, have a look at the variety of supplements that are provided. And if you wanted to discuss any of them, particularly the pure Arctic oil, the vitamin K2D3, and the collagen, you know, in terms of my personal experiences of taking those, and the Nordic multivitamin as well, then by all means grab me at the end and we'll have a conversation. Thanks for your time, and if anybody's got any questions, the floor is open. Just let me know. In fact, what I'll do is I'll fade out. I've been recording, so I'll fade